If you've ever owned a golden retriever, you probably already know that life with one of these fluffy bundles of joy is, well, let's just say an adventure. And not the kind you can plan for, the kind that sneaks up on you in the middle of your living room, usually covered in mud, water, or something mysterious your dog found outside. Golden retrievers are famous for their friendly smiles, wagging tails, and unconditional love. They're those dogs that make strangers stop and say, "Wow, what a sweet dog." But owning one, that's a different story. Every day is unpredictable. One minute your house is calm, the next your golden is doing zoomies, knocking over your favorite lamp, and you're left laughing while muttering, "I did not sign up for this." And that's what makes them special. They bring chaos, laughter, and love into your life in equal measures. You never really get bored with a golden retriever. They have a way of turning the ordinary into something memorable. 1. The shedding apocalypse. Let's start with the obvious, the shedding. Golden retrievers are like little fur factories. You may start with a clean couch, and within hours, it looks like a snowstorm hit your living room. And don't even think about wearing black clothes, unless you want your dog's golden hair to be part of your outfit. Vacuuming becomes a daily ritual, and lint rollers become your best friend. But here's the funny part. No matter how much hair you clean up, it somehow multiplies overnight. You'll wake up in the morning and your bed has become a golden carpet. Your dog looks perfectly innocent, sitting there with the proud wagging tail as if saying, "I just helped decorate." Yet, even with all that hair, you can't stay annoyed. There's something about that soft coat, the playful eyes, and the wagging tail that makes you forgive every stray hair. Every single one. 2. The tail of destruction. Golden retrievers don't just wag their tails, they swing them like wrecking balls. That tail isn't just a sign of happiness, it's a household hazard. Sitting on the couch, bam, tail to the face. Pouring coffee, bam, cup spills. Leaning over your laptop, bam, keyboard gets smacked. But you can't stay mad. That tail comes with such genuine excitement and joy that it's impossible to be angry. And honestly, you start to admire it. That tail is a symbol of their enthusiasm for life. Sure, it might knock over a lamp or two, but it also reminds you that your dog is living fully, without a care in the world. 3. The guilt trip masters. Golden retrievers are pros at guilt trips. You've seen the look. Big, round eyes, staring at you with an expression that says, "I know I did something wrong, but look at me, aren't I cute?" Whether they've eaten your sandwich, destroyed a pillow, or rolled in something unidentifiable, that look will disarm you completely. You'll catch yourself chuckling instead of scolding. And the most amazing part, they know exactly what they're doing. Golden retrievers are smart enough to understand that charm can get them out of trouble, and it always works. 4. Energy that never ends. One thing you quickly learn about golden retrievers is that their energy is limitless. You might think a simple walk will tire them out. Nope, golden retrievers are marathon runners in dog bodies. Even after an hour-long walk, they're ready to sprint around the yard, chase birds, or play fetch for another hour. And it's not just outdoor energy. Indoors, they have zoomies that can turn your living room into an obstacle course. Your furniture, dodged. Your vase, close call. You in the crossfire. But instead of getting frustrated, you laugh. It's impossible not to. They radiate joy, and somehow their energy becomes infectious. You start running after them, playing tug of war, and even joining in the chaos without realizing it. 5. Water lovers to extreme. Golden retrievers have an undeniable obsession with water. It doesn't matter if it's a lake, a puddle, a sprinkler, or just the rain falling outside. They'll dive in head first. And don't even think about trying to stay dry. That classic shake after getting wet is a spray that reaches every corner of the room. You, your walls, your furniture, nothing is safe. Bath time is another story. You'd think they'd calm down in the tub, right? Wrong. Golden retrievers make bath time an Olympic sport. They splash water everywhere, try to climb out, and somehow still manage to look adorable the entire time. And once they're dry, do they sit quietly? Never. They zoom around the house, leaving muddy paw prints on everything. 6. Loyalty beyond words. Golden retrievers are some of the most loyal and affectionate dogs in the world. They have an uncanny ability to sense your mood. Feeling sad? They'll sit by your side, resting their head on your lap without a sound. Excited about something? They match your energy and enthusiasm tenfold. It's that loyalty and emotional intelligence that makes golden retrievers more than pets. They're family. They're always there for you, offering silent support in ways words can't describe. And no matter how chaotic life gets, their presence alone can make everything feel better. 7. The never-ending appetite. Golden retrievers will eat anything, and I mean anything. You leave your sandwich unattended for just 1 second, gone. Chips, gone. Cake, long gone. They are food detectives, sniffing out crumbs and leftovers like furry little detectives. But what's amazing is that despite all this food enthusiasm, they rarely gain unhealthy weight. It's like they have a metabolism fueled by pure joy. And even when you catch them mid-snack, they'll give you that same big-eyed look that says, it was an accident. Sort of. 8. Goofy personalities that keep you laughing. Golden retrievers are comedians at heart. They trip over their own feet, chase their tail endlessly, bark at their reflection, and turn ordinary household objects into toys. You might be serious for 5 minutes, and suddenly your golden does something so ridiculous that you're doubled over laughing. Every day with a golden is like having a stand-up comedian in your house. They'll do silly things that you didn't even know dogs could do, and somehow it's impossible not to smile. Life with a golden retriever is filled with laughter, surprise, and unforgettable moments. 9. Masters of friendship. Golden retrievers are social butterflies. Take them anywhere and they'll make friends instantly. Strangers will stop, pet them, and smile, and you'll feel proud to be their owner. Parks, beaches, even the local cafe, they're the ambassadors of joy, spreading smiles wherever they go. And the best part, they don't even realize it. They're just being their natural, happy selves. In watching people light up because of your dog, that's a feeling only golden retriever owners understand. 10. The midnight zoomies are real. If you think golden retrievers are only energetic during the day, think again. There's a special phenomenon known as the midnight zoomies. You could be sound asleep, dreaming peacefully, when suddenly your golden decides it's time for a sprint across the house. They'll dart around, bump into furniture, slide across rugs, and occasionally do a spectacular leap over your bed, all with the kind of joy that makes you both annoyed and impressed. You stumble out of bed, half asleep, trying to stop them, but in reality, they're just showing off. And when it's over, they'll plop down as if nothing happened, leaving you questioning your life choices. No one warns you about these late-night bursts of energy, and no one outside the Golden Retriever Club will ever understand the combination of frustration and amusement you feel during this chaotic moment. 11. Paw prints everywhere. You think muddy paw prints are just a little inconvenience? Think again. Owning a golden means paws are an art form. Every step your dog takes leaves a golden imprint on your floors, furniture, and even your freshly cleaned laundry. Golden retrievers have a sixth sense for where clean surfaces are. They'll walk through every puddle, mud patch, and wet grass spot outside, and somehow bring it straight into your home. And no matter how many times you clean, new paw prints appear like clockwork. It's like living with a tiny, furry artist, leaving their mark everywhere. You start to accept it as part of life. You stop worrying about the mess, and instead focus on the joy your dog brings, even if your floors resemble a muddy canvas. 12. The golden smile that melts hearts. Golden retrievers have a unique talent for smiling. I'm not exaggerating. They can smile like humans. That look, with their tongues slightly out and eyes sparkling, is impossible to resist. You could be having the worst day, stressed out at work, or just annoyed by life in general, and one glance at that grin can melt all your frustration away. It's not just adorable, it's a skill. They know exactly when to give you that smile, and somehow it always works. You can't yell at them, scold them, or stay mad. That golden grin is a superpower. 13. The sneaky stealers. Golden retrievers are master thieves, and I don't mean in a scary way. They're adorable, sneaky little thieves who steal your food, your socks, your shoes, and occasionally your heart, if that's even possible. They have a way of acting completely innocent while pulling off crimes right under your nose. You'll catch them mid-snack, frozen in a moment of sheer joy, looking at you with those eyes that say, "I didn't do it. Well, maybe a little."
and somehow you end up laughing instead of being mad. If you're a new golden retriever owner, prepare yourself. Nothing is safe. Your bag of chips, your leftover dinner, your sandwich on the counter, they will find a way. And yet, it's impossible to stay upset because the cuteness factor is off the charts. 14. The famous golden retriever clumsiness. Golden retrievers are notoriously clumsy. They trip over nothing, bump into walls, and sometimes even collide with each other if you have more than one. But that's part of the charm. Their clumsiness is a constant source of laughter. Imagine them running full speed after a ball, sliding on a rug, and somehow managing to flip over gracefully. You watch in awe, wondering how they survived, and then they bounce back up, wagging their tail as if nothing happened. Golden retrievers have a way of turning clumsiness into comedy gold. 15. Obsessive love for balls and toys. Golden retrievers don't just play fetch, they live for it. You could throw a ball once and they will keep bringing it back for hours, eyes shining with excitement, tongue hanging out, and tail wagging non-stop. Even if you're exhausted, they seem to have an endless supply of energy and enthusiasm for the game. And it's not just balls. They'll grab anything they consider a toy, shoes, socks, empty water bottles, and turn it into their personal treasure. It's impossible not to smile watching them carry their prizes proudly around the house, showing off their collection as if you're the guest of honor. 16. The water obsession continues. We have talked about their love for water, but it deserves a second mention because it's that intense. Golden retrievers treat every water source as a playground. Lakes, puddles, sprinklers, puddles after rain, even dripping faucets. They will investigate, splash, and swim like it's the most fun they've ever had. Sometimes you don't even need to take them to a lake. They'll find one themselves. A morning walk? Expect to return home with your golden wet, muddy, and smelling like a swamp. But watching them have the time of their life, worth every cleanup moment. 17. Emotional sensitivity that surprises you. Golden retrievers aren't just playful, they're emotionally intelligent. They know when you're upset, anxious, or sad, and they will respond. It might be a nuzzle, a gentle paw on your lap, or simply lying quietly beside you. You realize that your golden is not just a pet, they're your emotional companion. They instinctively comfort you without words, offering support in a way that feels deeply personal. You start to notice patterns. If you're stressed, they'll stay close. If you're happy, they'll mirror your energy. It's uncanny. 18. The closeness you can't escape. Golden retrievers love being near you. There's no such thing as personal space. They'll sit on your lap even if they're too big to fit comfortably, lean against you on the couch, and insist on sharing your bed at night. Sometimes it's inconvenient, sometimes hilarious, but always heartwarming. Over time, you realize that this closeness is a kind of affection that goes beyond words. They want to be part of everything you do. And over time, you start to cherish these little invasions of space as signs of love. 19. Intelligence with a twist of mischief. Golden retrievers are smart, really smart. But with intelligence comes a hint of mischief. They learn commands quickly, but also know exactly when to bend the rules for fun. You could spend hours training them, and just when you think they understand the rules, they find a loophole. Sit. Sure, but only if there's a treat involved. Stay? Maybe, but not if the neighbor walks by. They're clever, playful, and always one step ahead of you in the cutest possible way. 20. Spreading joy everywhere they go. Golden retrievers are natural social butterflies. Take them to a park, cafe, or even a simple grocery store, and they will win hearts instantly. Strangers will stop, pet them, take selfies, and leave smiling. And the best part? Your golden doesn't even realize they're spreading happiness. They're just being themselves. Watching this unfold, you feel proud and a little in awe. They have this magical ability to turn any environment into a friendlier, happier place. 21. Morning chaos, waking up with a golden. Owning a golden retriever means saying goodbye to quiet, peaceful mornings. These dogs are natural morning people. They wake up bright and early, ready to start their day with enthusiasm that could rival an espresso shot. You might think hitting the snooze button will give you 5 extra minutes of sleep. Nope, your golden has other plans. They'll jump on the bed, nuzzle your face, wag their tail, and stare at you with those eyes that scream, "Good morning, let's play." And here's the kicker. They don't just want a bathroom break or a quick snack. They want full-on adventure right in your bedroom. You can't stay mad. They're just excited to spend time with you. Every morning becomes a mix of laughter, chaos, and unconditional love. 22. The "Can I sit here" game. Golden retrievers don't understand boundaries. Your couch? Their couch. Your chair? Their chair. Your lap? Definitely theirs. Even if they're too big to fit comfortably, they insist on squeezing in. Sometimes it's inconvenient, sometimes hilarious, but always heartwarming. Over time, you realize that their invasion of personal space is just their way of saying, "I love you and I want to be close to you." And let's be honest, nothing beats the warmth of a big golden retriever leaning against you after a long day. 23. The toy obsession is real. Golden retrievers have an almost supernatural attachment to toys. And I don't just mean one or two. They consider every chew toy, ball, or even random household item a potential treasure. If you throw a ball once, they'll keep bringing it back for hours. And if you're tired, don't expect them to give up. They'll gently nudge it into your hand, stare at you expectantly, and repeat the game until you're exhausted. But secretly, you love it. Even better, they'll mix toys and household items together, creating a bizarre collection of treasures scattered throughout the house. Shoes, socks, empty water bottles, they're all fair game. And somehow, this chaos adds character to your home. 24. Mud, water, and absolute joy. Golden retrievers are mud and water enthusiasts. There is no arguing that. Rain puddles? Must jump in. Pond? Must swim. Sprinkler? Must chase. And don't forget the shake afterward. It spreads water and sometimes mud in every direction imaginable. You will spend hours cleaning, but there's something about watching your dog's sheer happiness that makes it worth it. They don't care about your clean floors or your freshly washed laundry. They care about joy. Watching them experience life so fully is infectious. And eventually, you find yourself laughing while holding a mop, thinking, yes, this is totally worth it. 25. That famous golden retriever clumsiness again. If you thought clumsiness was a one-time thing, think again. Golden retrievers trip over their own feet, bump into walls, and sometimes even fall down stairs with grace only they can manage. It's impossible not to laugh at their antics. Even when they knock over a plant or trip mid-chase, their excitement never falters. They bounce back up, wagging their tail, ready for the next adventure. It's like they have a personal motto. Oops, no problem. Let's keep having fun. 26. The emotional superpower. Golden retrievers are sensitive. They feel your moods and respond with compassion. If you're sad, stressed, or upset, they'll find a way to comfort you without a single word. Sometimes it's a nuzzle, sometimes lying quietly beside you. Other times it's gently resting their paw on your arm as if to say, I'm here, everything's okay. And the beauty of this is that it's consistent. Over time, you realize your golden isn't just a pet. They're a friend, a supporter, and an emotional anchor. 27. The clever mischief maker continues. Golden retrievers are smart, really smart. But with intelligence comes a hint of mischief. They learn commands quickly, but also know exactly when to bend the rules for fun. You could spend hours training them, and just when you think they understand